And 2013, I want to talk about my son, Jared. Jared, in July of 2013, was died. Are you okay with
Yep.
this?
Yes.
Okay. I was diagnosed with cancer. What he had done is in his right pocket, back when we had G3 and G4, it caused the cancer in his testicle, his right testicle. And it swelled up. And he said there's something wrong. So he went to the doctor. The doctor diagnosed it as cancer. So we actually took him over to the Huntsman Clinic, our hospital, which is a fantastic hospital, big one, over in Salt Lake City. And here's a picture of him after he lost his hair. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. But anyway, he's in bed, lost his hair. We're concerned that he's going to die. And he started on the chemo and went through the chemo process. And we didn't know what to do, because after a period of time, they said, well, we've done all we can do for you, Jared. There's nothing more we can do. I said, doctor, well, what's happening here? Are you sending him home to die? And he said, well, there's nothing more we could do. We could give him another round of chemo. And I said, well, doctor, isn't that just poison? And he said, yes. I said, well, that's not something we want to do more. So we left and found a place in Arizona. Now that was in March of 2014. We moved him over to Arizona to a cancer clinic. And they took out his blood and oxygenized it, ran it back through his body, did chemo, he did radiation. And over a period of time, through that year, he was being treated. But they found out that he had a couple of tumors in his stomach, and they wanted to get rid of those. So they radiated those, and almost automatically, the cancer went to his lung, it went into a big bowl underneath his chin, and it scared him. And he'd been doing quite a little bit of study about the chemo part. And so I talked to him today, and he says he told him he didn't want to have the same kind of chemo as what they had at the Huntsman. And so they did all right there, and it took down the swelling in his lymph nodes and in his lung, and reduced the size of the tumors in his stomach. But they wanted to get rid of the tumors in his stomach, so they radiated those. And when they did that, it caused it to go throughout his body to a degree, both back in the oxygen. It did not to the degree that it did before. But they said, one thing we're going to have to do with you, Jared, we have another chemo program that we want to have, and we're going to have to cut your leg off. And he says, what? And why would you want to do that? He said, well, there's a sword there, and we want to just take your leg off, and it would help. He says, that's unacceptable. And they said, well, the only other thing that we can do is give you stem cells. And there's a place in Indiana we're going to set you up with. And he was really, really upset about that whole thing. And so what happened is that I found out in 2014, July the 28th, I talked to somebody in southern Utah that knew about this, and I ordered it. And then he started on it in 2014, and they left in December to go to Christmas in Idaho. And when they came back, they said, we've got to get a imprint of where all of your cancer is. And when they did that, the doctor came back and they said, Jared, I don't know what's happened to you, but you don't have any cancer at all. And, we've been giving him this Micro Daily for, ever since, probably 8/14, August probably of 2014, by the time I got the product and everything. And by the time he was cancer-free, it was 2015 in January. And we absolutely know, I know that if he hadn't had the Micro Daily, which increased his, the body has a design to get rid of things through the immune system. And there's nothing more powerful that I know now than Micro Daily. And we're so very thankful. It's been 7 years now without cancer-free still. So that's my story. I just really am grateful that that they could come to us and say, Jared, you're cancer-free.